Yeah.
Another thing that cracked me up, I caught this article here while I was investigating this week, is it looks like Samsung decided to kill their microphone headphone jack.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, with their new phone, the A8s, which is difficult to say in English, A8s.
Yes.
Um, they actually decided, they did kind of a cool notch. They have a laser drilled hole in the display in the front. Looks pretty cool. Have you seen pictures of it?
Yeah, I have seen some pictures of it. Yeah, it's got that very first pinhole notch. So that's pretty neat. The first one from Samsung, actually, Huawei put one out last week that is the first pinhole notch.
Cool.
And yeah, I got to give it to Huawei. They push the envelope. I don't know if they're copying designs left and right. Always seems like Huawei is, even though they're the first to get it in hardware, they're not the first to come up with the idea. We talked about that a little bit last week with, industrial espionage, or in this case, technological espionage, and stealing ideas. And but anyways, they were the first, and now Samsung's got it out, and they announced it last month as well that this was the way they're going. And Dan, a notch is a notch. Like,
Right. A
like,
notch is a notch. But think of the hypocrisy behind this, right?
oh
Do you
yeah,
remember when they were like running huge ads in the New York Times about how
yeah,
ridiculous it was that they were pulling the headphone jack and that they still have it? Well, look at what
yeah.
they're doing. They're removing it too, just a few years later.
Who did the commercials with the funny hairstyle where it was like this notch that came down and up? And was that Samsung who did
I'm
that?
not sure, but give them $1 million. That's
I
hilarious.
think I saw another meme where somebody had this massive monobrow. And they're like, Apple, iPhone 10.
You know who else made fun of Apple was Google with their
Oh yeah.
Pixel. Yeah,
Oh
they said,
man, they
"Oh
got the
yeah,
biggest monobrow of them all.
but they also don't have a headphone jack anymore with their new
No,
phones.
no.
There literally isn't a new one except for some of the Chinese makers that still have the headphone jack.
So I know we talked about this in the past, Dan, but what's your thoughts? Are you okay to let the headphone jack disappear, or
I
is
use
it
it all the
something?
time. I
Yeah,
use it all the time. I have it in my car. I use it at the gym. I just don't want to spend the extra money to get wireless anything. And
yeah.
I don't want to charge stuff. I don't want to charge my headphones. I don't want to.
Oh, that's the main thing. I don't want to have to, one more thing to charge, right? I'm
Ah,
already plugging in so much beside my bed at night. It's like a tangle of wires. I'm like, oh no, that's for my, no, that's my, no, that's like, I've just got too much to plug in.
you
And
got your Fitbit, you got
yeah,
your Nintendo
everything,
DS, you got your all your things.
it's
Yeah.
all got to be charged. And so here's the other thing. Um, Airplanes, they want you in airplane mode. I know some airlines let you use Bluetooth headphones and some airlines don't.
Really?
Yeah, so I would hate to be on a plane and I'm sorry, sir, you can't use your headphones. Like you have to bring wired headphones if they don't allow it, and plug it in through the dongle, which means you're not going to be able to charge your phone at the same time you're listening to your phone or watching something on your phone.
Right.
So to me, that's a big pain. I travel a lot by plane. I have seen people with wireless headphones on Air Canada and they haven't been gotten after. So maybe it's not a big deal. Maybe our listeners can tell us about their experiences with wireless headphones on airplanes.
But wouldn't you think that like a Bluetooth wireless headphone would be just as disruptive to the system ship as a Wi-Fi signal would be?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't know what is disrupting them. I've read a ton of articles on this, and I think the most I could hear is that the pilots might hear a pop in their headphones.
Oh,
So when people turn on or off some of their radios, that it's just very sensitive, those headphones, and they can catch little pops and things, and it could be distracting. I think that's the most technological proof I've heard of any kind of
fascinating.
messing up. Yeah.
Well, it's cool that you can still keep your phone on while they take off. Now I remember they used to have you
Oh
turn it
yeah.
off, and now I just keep watching that Netflix show the whole time.
I know. And they tell you, at least Air Canada, they're like, you can't have your headphones in your ears while we do the safety dance, but you're still allowed to, like play games and text and whatever, but just don't have your headphones in while we tell you how to run out the windows.
I don't have them in.